Welcome back to the EAM Crypto channel and happy Friday to you guys. It's been a crazy week as usual in the DeFi streets. There's never a shortage of things to talk about. But today I did want to talk about HighPoint. They've had a hell of a week with their successful launch. Had some issues the day of, or I think the day after. So I wanted to cover it all. But before getting going, I do want to make it very clear for those of you that don't know, I was asked to be a part of the HighPoint marketing team, which I am incredibly excited about. Frankly, a little surprised. I mean, they have some big YouTube channels on their marketing team, so it was really cool that they came out and asked me to join the team. So what you hear from me will have some kind of bias, whether I'm trying to be biased or not, in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure they'll be biased because I'm human. And I'm not a financial advisor, guys. All that my channel's about, for those of you that are tuning in for the first time, I show my moves and I'm very transparent. I show balances. You can see how much my HPT balance is right now. That's what I do. I just show you guys my moves. I was sick and tired when I started this YouTube channel almost 4 months ago. Sick and tired of seeing how so many YouTubers were giving bad advice. They made it seem like it's so easy to make so much money in crypto. It's really hard, guys. You got to be careful. You got to take care of your money. You got to be careful and safe. At times you have to be aggressive. It's like this dance, right? So I wanted to just show what I'm doing, just hoping to add some more realistic value to the YouTube streets, because I didn't want so many different people that are getting into crypto for the first time to have these unrealistic expectations that once you're in crypto, you're all going to become millionaires. It's not like that. It's actually really hard, and you have to be very good at what you do. So that's what my channel's about. For those of you that are new, welcome, and I hope you enjoy the content. So let's talk about all things HighPoint. Been excited about this project for quite a while. It's a team that's pretty strong, very strong actually. These guys are pretty damn sharp. And there's just so many good things to talk about. So I want to clear up a few things on today's video. That there's just so many misnomers. So many people are a little maybe too bullish. So I want to kind of bring in and maybe set some realistic expectations. And some people are maybe a little more on the bearish side, or have stated things that maybe aren't not true. So I wanted to just kind of cover all that to make sure that there's a more information about the project and it's accurate, and it clearly reflects what the team's trying to accomplish. Because this is so much more than just the Titano fork, guys. So I'm going to get into all that. So let's start off with what I'm kind of been creating, like what I call the EAM checklist. And it's some of the things that I want to see check marks before I like a project. So for example, I want to see a strong team, preferably someone doxed. These guys, big check mark there. Strong and engaged community. This community cannot be bigger and more engaged. I give them about 20 check marks there. Volume is consistent and strong. So what do I mean by that? Look, guys, for those of you new to Titano forks, or maybe even Seifu forks, even though I'm not like a Titano expert, I know enough to know that there's nothing more important than volume. Volume is the number one driver of whether or not a project that's based on a Titano fork is going to be successful. That is number one. If you don't have the volume, you're not going to make it. And I've already done the research, and you will see almost 100% positive correlation with volume of a Titano fork or Seifu fork dropping, and then the price action follows. All right, so just trust me on this one. Volume is key. So how do you get the volume? Well, you have to have a strong engaged community. You got to have a strong marketing plan, and you got to keep innovating. You can't just innovate pre-launch and maybe a little bit post-launch and then hope that everything just kind of works out. You got to keep grinding. You got to have a big team. These guys have a big team. So I really like the fact that when it comes to like my little check marks, these guys seem to have it. So I'm going to get in the weeds in a little bit of how they're going to do that, how they're going to keep innovating, and why this project is so much more than just the fork. So many people just say, yeah, HighPoint, HPT, they have a lower APY of 40,000, of only 40,000, which I laugh when I even say it only, because 40,000 APY is a lot. It's 1.64% a day. Titano is 1.98 or 89, I can't remember, a day. So there's not that huge of a difference. But this 40,000% APY is going to give the team a lot more runway to be able to add on value adds that will make the project more sustainable. So what do I mean by runway? Well, I don't know the exact number of days. Some people say it's 50, some have said as high as 60. But let's just say that it's 50 days that having a lower APY of 40,000%, which is 8 a lot, gives you guys 50 50 days in crypto is a freaking lifetime. So there's this meme that's really funny that has been around for a while. I'm going to show it. The reason why this meme is really funny is because it's true. So here, check out John. Yep. Yeah. Crypto not stressful at all. 26 years of age. So I think one of the things that this meme is getting at is the fact that, in crypto, a week can seem like a lifetime. And 50 days is a really long time. So what does that mean? That, for example, versus Titano, HPT has 50 more days. Say they were not to have any more buys or sells, and they're not collecting any more of the sell and buy taxes. They have 50 more days in Titano to innovate and come up with new ways to produce revenue streams, so that they can keep building the treasury and the liquidity pool. That is a big, big deal. 50 freaking days. I mean, we're all giving high fives to Titano for them being around, what, 4 months now, or not even 4 months, 3.5 months. And these guys figured out a way to give themselves maybe even up to 2 months runway. So that makes me incredibly more bullish on this asset as far as, wow, this sustainability possibility with them is really, really true. I mean, because that's the big elephant in the room with all of these projects, right? Are they sustainable? So these guys are going to be doing, so they already kind of set the framework up to be sustainable by doing that. So what are they going to do though, as far as like specifics? Well, let's talk about their V2 contract, which they're going to migrate to for sure. It's just a matter of when. I don't know how far into it they are, if they started right before launch, if they started yesterday. I don't know exactly. And guys, I'm not a coder, I'm not a developer. So when it comes to things, nuances like this, I'm going to try to explain to you what I know, but it's probably not going to be in the most articulate way because I'm just not that technical. I'm really good at TA. I'm really good at investing, but I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But anyways, their migration, their V2 migration is going to happen for sure. And when it does, and you guys aren't going to like this, but we got to talk about the good and the bad, that APY is going to drop again. And why is it going to drop again? So that they can remain sustainable. But look, guys, say this happens, and I'm just throwing out a number. I have no idea when it's going to happen. Let's just say it happens in 3 months or 4 months. Well, by then, our investment's going to be worth so freaking much. We're going to look at the calculator in a little bit. But our investment's going to be so much that we're going to care more about sustainability than a higher APY, I think. So I really like the way that they're looking at this. But the V2 contract's going to be so much more than that. They're also going to add a swap solution to their site, which is really cool. They're going to have a fiat on ramp solution, which I've talked about before. If you guys saw my video back in December or January on Big Time the Game, what did they do with their NFT marketplace launch? They figured out a way to do just that, right? Bring on the fiat on ramp, and that's how I bought my Big Time NFTs. I bought them with my credit card, which is pretty freaking cool, and allowed them to be very successful. And reducing barrier of entry is huge. I've talked about it so many times, you guys are probably tired of hearing about it. But if you can figure out ways to reduce the barrier entry for people to buy your token, that's going to give you a huge, huge advantage. So these guys are thinking that way. Not only are they doing that with the fiat ramp and then the swap solution, but then on top of that, they do have plans to go multi-chain. I know, I make fun of that because of the fact that everybody's going to go multi-chain. Everybody's talking about it. So yes, until they actually do it, let's not give them any pats on the back because everyone's talking about it. Show it to me. Show me that you did it. Show me that it works, and then we'll celebrate. And they're also going to create a tomb fork, which is very similar to a project that I talked about yesterday in Titan. So not a coincidence that I seem to like these projects that are really big into innovating and coming up with ways to make their project, their ecosystem, their community more sustainable from a long-term perspective or mid-term perspective. I love that because it's the big elephant in the room, and you got to attack it. You can't just hope and pray that if everyone in your community goes out and shills, that's going to bring in a sustainability. It doesn't work that way, guys. And then they're also going to add a time lock feature, which I've talked about on my channel many, many times. I mean, you see, guys, why it makes sense for me to join this marketing team for HighPoint. There's just everything that we've talked about on the channel for months. They're doing it. Like, it's just really cool to see that. So I'm pretty bullish on all those things. Of course, they have to do them first. When something's on a roadmap, it doesn't mean it's going to happen. So we got to go and see what's going to happen. And before I jump into the calculator, I did want to just kind of give an update. And this is something that I didn't write this up. I asked the team to kind of give me an update on what happened. They had that rebase issue. It was concerning. Tech issues concern me more than anyone because I'm not technical. So if I don't understand something, I tend to kind of worry about it more than maybe someone that's technical that understands the solve. So I'm just going to read to you guys the message that they gave me to when I was asking them for an update on everything that happened. So I'm just going to read it to you because I don't want to butcher this. So they stated that due to attempting to correct a market cap issue with DEX, which, yeah, the market cap was wrong, the daily rebase percentage was affected. This means that the holders are only going to receive or earn 8.315% earnings versus 12.17%. Okay, not good. However, all holders at that time received an airdrop, and I checked, I received it too, which immediately increased the wealth by approximately 27%. Are you kidding me? So cool. And I saw it, so I know it's true. And yeah, 27%. So this means that we actually profited about 35% versus the 12.117 that I stated earlier. Very cool stuff for the week. The dev team is currently in the process of coding a solution that will fix the rebase percentage, and they are targeting a solve between April 4th and the 6th. So that's really good to see. Taking their word for it, they seem to be pretty confident things are looking good. And April 4th to 6th, they should have the solve. So that's really, really exciting. They also added in their application to CoinMarketCap and CoinGecko is in progress. So that will put a nice little boost into the price as well when it happens. But guys, I don't know what's going to happen for sure. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, just telling you guys my moves. So what are my moves? What am I going to do? So let's dive into this really, really cool dashboard and then look at the calculator. So as you guys can see, my balance is currently $6,686, and my daily profit right now is at almost $110. So $110 a day, just chilling, doing nothing. I love that. That's passive income for you. That's the power of passive income. I could literally just wake up in the morning, go outside, watch the grass grow, then go back inside, go to sleep, and I made $110 for the day. I'm not going to do that. I'm married with kids. Life is very expensive, so I can't do that. But yeah, $110 a day, that'll work, and it's just going to keep growing. And this is based on the assumption that the price stays the same. Price goes up, earnings will go up. Price goes down, earnings will go down. So that's kind of like where I'm at. I'm at $6,686. Have I taken profit? No, I haven't sold a single token, which is against something that I've talked about on the channel, right? Because I usually do take profit, especially if I'm up 2-3x. Actually, I almost always take profit. But I'm not going to do it with this solution, with this project, because I just think that it's such a nice spot. I just don't think that it would be optimal for me to take profit anytime soon. I will take profit, absolutely. And guys, that's how you survive in crypto. You got to take profit. So I don't understand why some of you guys have such an issue when someone on YouTube or a team member of HighPoint, if they take profit, like what, do you guys work for free? No. I mean, do you? Do some of you guys go to your job and work for free? Probably not. So I don't understand why you guys have an issue where I saw some things where, oh, so the HighPoint guys are going to make money. Yeah, they are. People need to eat. Food's not free, guys. So I don't understand why some people have an issue with that. But yeah, I will take profit at some point, just not anytime soon. When? You guys will see, because every time I do a video, I'm going to show my balance. As always, I will be very transparent. So let's go into this cool little calculator. You guys can play around with whatever you like. I'm going to show the duration calculator. And it looks like they have my balance correct. Let's see, 166,229. All right, so picked up a couple more tokens. Fun. All right, so let's show where we're going to be in 30 days. We'll be around 12,000, assuming the price stays the same. And after the sell fee, that would be 9,600. But I'm not selling anytime soon. Let's just see where we're going to be at in 180 days. That's half a year. Wow. 205K after the sell fee. Wow, that's pretty damn good. So look, guys, for those of you out there stating, it's only 40,000% APY, not a big deal. I think I can do better. Yeah, that's up pretty quick. Pretty amazing stuff. Absolutely amazing stuff. So I don't know where I'll be at. I think 90 would be something more along the lines of what we should look at, because that's when I'm going to have to be forced with maybe making some choices or maybe taking some profit. At that point in time, I don't know. I just don't know how things are going to pan out. So that would put me at 37K. But of course, I wouldn't sell it all. I would just sell a very small percentage. But yeah, that's pretty damn good, 37K. So we'll see where we're at. We're going to be doing these weekly updates. I don't want to goof this like I did with Sphere, where I thought I was a genius for selling around 7, 8x profit, and now it's at like 30 some x. So yeah, I'm probably always going to have a lot of high point, but I will take profits along the way at some point, but I just don't know when. So I hope that all this helps. I hope that talking about the fact that, look, you know, there seems to be a lot of misinformation about, about the project. I mean, it's just a net, guys. This is so much more than just a fork, and it has to be. In order for these types of projects to sustain for a long time, they have to be so much more than just a fork. And these guys know that. They're actively working on that, and we'll see what happens. I like investing in people that I think are really sharp. These guys are crazy sharp. I've talked to two of them now. I've heard them in their AMAs. It gives me warm fuzzies when I invest with people that I think are probably smarter than me. So that always makes me feel good. So I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I mean, I know that you guys are probably like, what are you doing, EAM? You always say to take profit when you're up a bit. We're up a bit here, and yet I'm saying I'm going to hold. So I'd be kind of curious to see what you guys have to say. Am I making sense with my thought process with why I don't think that it's good for me to sell? But if you guys want to, definitely do that, man. We all have different things we're trying to get out of crypto and different goals. So just because I'm doing something does not mean that that's optimal for you guys at all. We all have our different goals. So you kind of got to go with what's best for you. But I'd be really curious to see in the comments what you guys have done. How many of you guys already sold for profit? If you did, good for you. It's never a bad thing to sell for profit. All right. Again, I don't want to seem ungrateful that I got a 7 or 8x out of Sphere. That was awesome. That was cool. It just hurts that it's not like at a 30x if I would have just held. But that's a first world problem, right? So first world problems are actually kind of a blessing. So anyways, I am digressing, so I'm going to shut up now. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.